exciting things that are happening regarding Stellar moving forward in regards to the crypto space as a whole. I think that it's very interesting to see the way that Stellar has been positioning themselves forward. And I'm especially excited about the fact that we've recently reached a $390 billion market cap. I mean, you look at this spike right here, and that's something to be said. Now, I understand we're nowhere near where we were in the beginning of 2018. However, that is a sign that the crypto world is still capable of upward trajectory. And moving forward, I think that this is definitely a positive sign of what we'll be seeing in the future as far as how we move forward into the next half of 2018 and beyond. It's definitely going to be exciting to see the different developments that are happening across the board when it comes to all the different cryptocurrencies. So Stellar, I think, is a key part of that when it comes to witnessing the developments that have been happening firsthand and in front of us in regards to this technology in particular. Now, whenever you look into Stellar, it's hard to ignore Ripple. It's hard to ignore the fact that whatever Ripple does is pretty much going to have an effect on Stellar. Both of their reputations are fundamentally linked. And of course, we're seeing a pretty significant rise in the value of Ripple in comparison to where we have been, the way that we've been seeing things previously. It's nice to see Ripple showing off the fact that it has the potential to regain. But of course, it is interesting across the board seeing how cryptocurrency is sort of beginning its comeback. Now we're entering a phase where the media is probably going to hop on board the cryptocurrency bandwagon. Sooner or later, it's inevitable, which will in turn result in bringing a large amount of new people into the space. As you understand, recently we were going through sort of a cryptocurrency correction as far as the totality of the values and seeing the various different market caps and so forth. So it is definitely exciting to see the fact that things are really looking up and looking positive moving forward, because 2018, summer of 2018 is going to be a very important time period as far as how cryptocurrency trucks along and the different things that we see happening across the board regarding these technologies and so forth. So I'm definitely excited to see the different possibilities yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited to see where things will be going from here on out. Yeah, I mean, as far as looking into the different possibilities that are in store for Stellar, I mean, I was going through the news regarding Stellar, and there's a lot of different potential in store as far as the different partnerships that are going to be struck by Stellar moving forward. Now, I understand Stellar is sort of in that category of establishment cryptocurrencies, and people definitely have their own specific feelings when it comes to Stellar. But for me, Stellar is definitely difficult to ignore from an investing perspective. I find that as we continue to move forward in the crypto space in general, we're going to see an increasing demand for these technologies that can establish themselves in the public consciousness. And not only that, but they establish themselves in already existing institutions that are going to basically, I mean, money could move like email. I mean, that's a really great, as far as Stellar goes, I definitely do have a lot of confidence in regards to the technology, and looking forward and seeing the different potential as Stellar continues to flex its muscles and so forth. I think as Stellar currently stands with their ranking on the top cryptos here, And I think that number 8 position, Stellar definitely does have the potential to move up from where they currently are positioned, and possibly even start populating some of those upper rungs of the crypto space, as far as the potential that they've been showing so far and so forth. So it is definitely an interesting time to be paying attention to Stellar, and I'm definitely excited to see all the different developments that are happening along the lines of the technology and so forth, on multiple levels, of course, because it's going to, I think that it's going to be having impact on, it's going to have an impact on the way that everybody in their everyday lives understands cryptocurrency and so forth, and it's starting to move forward and look like it's moving in that direction and so forth. So I'm definitely excited to see the different things that are in the works for Stellar. I think that it's a great team that's working on the project, and as far as the renewed confidence in the technology goes, I'm definitely excited to see the different variables as they've come into alignment, especially when it comes to credit cards and basically using blockchain technology to pretty much revolutionize the way that people operate on their day-to-day, any sort of transactional thing that people have been up to and so forth. It is definitely something to be said in regards to looking forward and seeing the different potential as far as it's been happening with the developments and so forth. So make sure that you guys are following Stellar on their official Twitter, and I'll actually include a link to my Twitter in the description down below. So if you guys are interested in connecting with me on Twitter, that's how you can do it. And I'm very excited about the community that we've been building on this channel. I think that this channel's been growing pretty quickly, and pretty exciting to see all the different developments that we've managed to have and so forth. So all that being said, I think I'm actually going to be including a link to this video by DustyBC down in the description. So if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more regarding Stellar, you guys can follow that link and definitely go and find more information regarding these technologies as we continue to move forward and see all these developments as they've been happening across the board. And of course, it is exciting to see that we've reached 17,000 subscribers on the channel. I'd just like to thank everybody who's been loyal to the channel up till this point. And yeah, I mean, looking forward, in my opinion, I would definitely say that Stellar is going to be a big competitor in the world of cryptocurrency. We're definitely going to see Stellar bringing a lot of the different innovations and so forth, as far as striking those important deals within the establishment and moving forward in a way that's basically we haven't seen happen before in a very long time. So as far as the relationship between Stellar and Ripple, I'm definitely excited in seeing how these things are going to be shaping up in the next couple of months as we see things developing and so forth. And on multiple levels, there's a lot of different things to be taken into consideration regarding these technologies and so forth. And of course, it is a step-by-step process. Seeing this basically, cryptocurrency is a revolution when it comes to the way people do things and the way society operates. I'm definitely excited to see how the different possibilities that are made possible by these technologies really makes a fundamental impact on the way that everyday people operate in their lives, and it's going to make things a lot easier. And isn't that what people are all about? They're going to go with what's the easiest way to do things and so forth. And we're very early in the game when it comes to cryptocurrency. You have to understand this. We haven't been it hasn't had very much time to grow and develop and so forth. But there is hope in the future, especially with technologies like Stellar doing what they do best. Essentially, is making those deals within the establishment and so forth. And I'm definitely excited to see where things go. So yeah, we look down over at these. I mean, it's getting listed on multiple different exchanges. I mean, there's a lot of different really positive things happening regarding Stellar, and I understand that Stellar isn't without its haters. I mean, there's certainly people out there who would like to detract from the popularity of any one of these cryptos, and but as far as Stellar goes, I think that as we see Ripple continue to move closer and closer to $1, and as we see these different things happening across the board, short of a return to that market that we were seeing earlier, I think that there is definitely a lot of potential. You could see that all the we haven't actually moved backwards from from where we recently were when we overcame the different things that were happening involving the values dropping across the board and so forth. We've actually seen, we've actually seen the development happening on all fronts as far as the potential that's in store for these technologies and moving forward, and seeing this actually happening in real time. So I'm definitely excited in regards to Stellar. I think that they could possibly outperform Ripple in the long run, and I think that they'll definitely be giving Ripple a run for their money once Stellar has their is really cooking with gas essentially. And yeah, it is definitely an exciting time to be involved with cryptocurrency at the moment, because it's so unpredictable at this point, where the amount of volatility seems to be working to our advantage. So I mean, especially the fact that Bitcoin is now moving closer and closer to that $9,000 range, which would be very exciting. So all these different variables coming into coordination and basically developing right before our eyes. So I mean, this is now from this point forward, we're going to see a lot of the different variables that had previously been significant in the community. We're going to see them resurfacing and starting to basically get into everybody's minds again. But I just wanted to thank everybody who has supported the show. On top of that, this channel would be nothing without the fans. So anybody who's been a fan of the show, everybody who's one of our 17,673 subscribers, I just want to say thank you for supporting the channel all this way. And it's really awesome to see how the channel's developed and the community has grown in regards to all these things. And yeah, I mean, overall, I'm just happy to have this platform to talk to you guys and discuss all these latest things that have been happening with cryptocurrency and so forth. But you guys have to remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. And I'm not your dad, so at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own decisions, and just the same way that I'm responsible for mine. But that sort of goes without saying. It's kind of a standard disclaimer. But yeah, as far as looking into the different possibilities that are in store for Stellar, I'm definitely excited in regards to the different relationships that they've managed to develop, and the team that's been working with Stellar. I mean, my analysis of Stellar is fundamentally data-driven, and I find it important to understand these technologies from a really analytical perspective. And yeah, I definitely recommend that you guys go and do additional research when it comes to Stellar, because I think they won't be disappointed. They definitely do have a really great project in the works. But all that being said, I hope that you've enjoyed this content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.